Welcome.
You are watching Line Screw 1.
Well, hello tubers. Today I'm coming to you from the historic old Alexandra Bridge here in the Fraser Canyon. This bridge here was built in 1926. It's the old concrete entranceway. Graffiti, of course, but it's beautiful and creepy all at the same time. Anyway, let's walk over the bridge. And anyway, today's topic, so I like doing topics from interesting locations while I walk and yap, and you can look at all the scenery. Government hates RVers, especially the ones that are trying to urban or suburban boondock. They hate you. They absolutely hate you. I'll tell you why they hate you, because they can't tax you. For example, 10 years ago when I bought my motorhome, I lived in the city of Vancouver. They regulate how long you can even park the damn thing on the street for loading and unloading. They allow you a few hours to load, then you get out of there. A couple hours to unload when you get back, and you're done, bud. Most municipalities now, you buy some land, you figure, well, I'll put my RV on there. Oh, no, no, no. They got bylaws and controls on that, because they want to tax you. They want you to develop the land so they can tax you in perpetuity. Yeah, I know the gas tax you pay for your RV, they ain't gonna cut it. Now they want the property taxes. They want you to develop the land. When you develop the land, it's worth more. When it's worth more, they can tax more. Yeah. All around North America, I'm seeing these signs. Even just across the border in Washington State, beautiful little border town, Lyndon, Washington, settled by the Dutch, beautiful place. On the main streets, they regulate how long of a vehicle can park on the side of the street and how high. And of course, you know those dimensions exclude motorhomes, because they don't want you. All along Pacific Coast Highway, Highway number 1 in California. All the signs that have creeped up over the years. No parking. There's lots of beautiful pullouts along the Pacific coast there. They don't want you parking there. Oh, no, 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 no. You might be able to park there for a few minutes, take a picture. No overnight parking. They don't want that. Same with all the Cabela's. They're starting to crack down on it. The Walmarts, more and more Walmarts. They don't want you. They don't want you. Too many people ruined it. They're what I call homesteaders. There's a Walmart, I don't know, maybe 100 kilometers from here in Chilliwack. They used to have people would pull up and stay months. I called them homesteaders because they would pull their awning out and put their barbecue, all their patio furniture, and they were there to stay. Well, they are tired of that nonsense. Tired of it. So, what you gonna do? Because it's always the case that the few ruin it for the many. So if most people were discreet, spent one night, and beat it, you wouldn't have a problem. Anyway, beautiful old bridge, 1926. And what makes it a little bit scary is it's kind of old and decrepit. It is safe to walk on. It's part of a provincial park. Actually, I believe the bridge itself is not part of the park, but leading up to the bridge, it is. Open steel deck. If you take a look down, we got about 150 to 200 feet drop. My late dog, Sammy the Pooper, she hated these open deck bridge decks that were steel. She could see below and it freaked her out. And you know, you wouldn't want to lose your car keys. I wonder how many people came here and dropped their car keys, because they'll fit through there. And it's going into the Fraser River. This is the main river for British Columbia. Beautiful day here. The wind is cut down a little bit. Normally it's kind of windy in this narrow canyon here. Oh, and after this bridge was taken out of service, this bridge over here, this is the third generation. If you see here, I gotta walk up a little bit further. That bridge that I'm gonna show in my video that I drove over to get here, that's the third reincarnation of the bridge. That was built in 62, 63, replacing this one. And like I said, the bridge is kind of beautiful but decrepit. It also freaks me out because years ago there was a fellow who killed his, I believe it was a stepchild. He claimed, complete BS story, that the child was injured. And so to avoid him getting blamed for the injury, he killed the child. And I'm not sure exactly where on the bridge he did this, but he did it here. And I mean, who does it to a child, let alone, you know, their own child or a stepchild? Just obviously there was something weird going on there, but I think he was convicted. I'm pretty certain he was. But yeah, what a beautiful old decrepit bridge. You know, bridges were built to last. The funniest thing was cars were kind of bigger back, you know, in the day. And this bridge deck, whoop, a little hole there. I didn't fall through. This bridge deck isn't very wide, so can't really see too many cars crossing at the same time without going pretty damn slow. But lots of names etched into the steelwork. I probably etched my name into it sometime decades ago, but sure it's long gone. So I don't know, I figured I would share that to you. You know, this beautiful little ambiance while I chit chat about the end of nomad life. So yeah, that's a problem. Just like my previous videos, so many of these social media gurus, they'll mention a place to camp for free. And what happens? Thousands arrive and ruin it. Oh boy. Reminds me of what that Canadian Joni Mitchell. You don't know what you got till it's gone. Pave paradise and put up a parking lot so that you can boondock on it. But yeah, it's just so ridiculous. Government just don't like you RVers. They don't like me either. Well, I guess maybe they tolerate me more because I'm willing to spend $10,000-12,000 a year at least for a pad, and I don't outstay my welcome. But that's kind of what your options are, because it's the thing about anything in life. You want to stay legal. You want to own a car? Well, make sure it's registered and insured. That way the popos can't bother you, right? You want to own a gun? Make sure all the regulations that are in place, you abide by them. If you want to have an RV and you want to live in it, best bet is to stay legal so that you don't have any problems and people aren't bugging you. That's just my 2 cents, because I'm a conservative and I got to live in the real world of reality. But I don't know what governments really don't mind you doing that. I know the BLM land, you can get a permit, you can stay sometimes, you know, 4 or 5 months down around a court site, but you know, you still got to pay for a permit and you got to be legit, and it's in the middle of nowhere. So I don't know, I think it's just social media ruined it, because too many people yapping about, oh, you can park at this rest area. Oh, don't even get me going about rest areas. How many videos have I done about Canadian rest areas that are now closed or closing because the homeless have taken it over? Because government owns the rest areas and they don't want you living there. So what are you going to do? You got to keep moving out of the city. Now, I'm sure, I'm not suggesting this, I'm just saying, if you lived in the middle, you know, remote Canadian wilderness, you know, 3 hours out of Vancouver on a remote highway, there's so many of these pull-offs, you could sleep on the side of the road for the night. Next day, you can drive 5-10 miles up the road, sleep another night, and keep moving, bouncing around. Probably could do that. Probably nobody would ever actually bother you, but it's just the sign of the times, because government doesn't like you RVers. They don't like me as an RVer. So I don't know what the solution is. The solution, I guess, is you got to pay to play. And just like we all can't live in Bel Air and Beverly Hills because we all can't afford that. And there's only so much land to go around. It's the same deal with the RVers. So I think it's something you really got to think about. If you can't afford to make the lifestyle decent, meaning you got proper insurance, you're properly registered, you're staying where you're legal, you got medical insurance, you got replacement value, so if the whole thing burns to the ground, you're not suddenly homeless. That takes resources. So, I don't know. It's like anything else. Pay to play. So, I'm challenging any of you. Does any of you know a jurisdiction in North America where you could buy land? And I'm not talking middle of the desert, unincorporated. I'm talking a municipality, city, small city, that will allow you to buy a lot in their town where you could put an RV legally. Now, don't just say, oh, I heard a friend of a friend tell me. No, I want to know the actual bylaws and ordinances of the city and be curious what kind of cities would allow that. I'm thinking they're very few and far between, because cities, they're all about the development. They're all about the taxation. They're all about the mill rate. So as the property values go up, you develop the land, they tax you more. How are you developing the land, sticking an RV on a lot? You're not, really. Maybe you put a well in. You might do some minor improvements, but until you build a structure that has a permit to occupy, you really just got some land and an RV. And that's the way the cities look at it. But why did this happen? Again, too many people ruined it. Even in Hawaii, I remember decades ago, you could have a van and you could park it on the North Shore and you could sleep there. Not anymore. They got concrete barriers and they got signs. Can't do it. Why? Too many people went to Hawaii, they bought a cheap van, lived in the van because the weather's so good, right? Well, thank you everybody that abused it. So you can't do it now. So what is the answer? Put your comments down below and you tell me what the actual answer is for all of the RVers that are looking for a free or nearly free place to actually park permanently or semi-permanently. Really, is everybody just going to go to quartzsite and get that 5-month BLM land permit? I've done it. It's not all it's cracked up to be. But hey, we're all individuals. Some of you might like it, but like all things, things must come to an end. And change is the only thing that is constant in this world. So I guess we either adapt or we find a new course, right? Because that's the way life is. Anyway, in the meantime, folks, stay safe, keep your wheels on the ground. Talk to you soon.
I got you.